everyone, it's Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I am back today with a 9x12 layout, and this one is inspired by circles. So there's heaps of these kind of things on Pinterest, so that's where I looked and got a few inspirations from lots of different places and sort of took my own interpretation. So I used my Big Shot and I cut out a whole heap of circles. I'm not sure the size of these, sorry. Maybe 2 inch, 1 3/4, something like that. And I've also used, I've got a 1 inch punch and a 3/4 inch punch, and so I cut out, as well as I cut out 2 different size circles with my Big Shot. So yeah, I've got like 4 different size circles, and some are scalloped edged, some have a little stitching edge in the dies that I have. Yeah, so there's lots of different patterns and some are just plain. And so I wanted to potentially use some of my other punches. I've got a little love heart and a little star and a little butterfly. But in the end, I ended up not using the punches and just sticking with the circles. So you can see me here, I'm just kind of layering up the circles. So I knew that I wanted all of the circles to have layers and not the same pattern. But yeah, I'm just layering them all up. And I forgot to say, very important point, that I'm actually using the April Kitaholic Kits for this layout. This was one of my design team layouts for the month, and I'm just now getting around to editing and uploading the video that goes along with it. But for those of you that follow Kitaholic Kits, you would have already seen a picture of this on their Facebook page. So I did decide that I wanted to maybe have the circles going down the page rather than across. So I've just moved them, and I do like that kind of layout better. I mean, it would have worked either way, but I do like the vertical layout better, so I am going to go with that. I do decide that the circles that are covered by the photo, I'm not going to actually leave those 2 big circles there, and I probably could have taken them off because you can't even tell, but I'm not going to layer them because it would just get lost. So now I'm going through the kit, the Kitaholic Kits kit, and looking at the other things that came in the April kits, and in the printables that we get. Deb, who designs the printables, who's also on our design team, and she's awesome. She does lots of 1 inch circle design, so I pulled out some of those, and I did grab one of those to add, and that one has a little bunny on it. And then I grabbed a few of the other circles and things that came in the kit as well. Some of the ephemera from the Craft Wildflower collection, I think. So I'm just sticking down the big circles, and I'm just moving the layers a little bit to the side. Now, even though, for those of you who watch me a lot know that I'm not usually one for, you know, doing things with a ruler perfectly straight, I'm usually kind of okay with them to be not straight. But this time around I did, for some reason, decide that no, I think a ruler might be the way to go. So yeah, I did not do a ruler on the other side, I just eyeballed it. But I mean, I think it's close enough for me. I feel like it's not too lumpy or lumpy. Use my words. Not too lopsided or wonky, and even though I put the ruler down after I've already stuck on a few of them, it wasn't perfect, and I just kind of went with it. So now I didn't edit this part out because I kind of wanted to, I guess, let you guys know what I've put on each of the circles. So the one that I just stapled there was a little swan, which came in one of the ephemera packs we got in the kit, and the one I'm doing now, I just use a little circle that came in the Craft pack that says the best. So some of these things I've stapled with a stapler, some I've just stuck down, and then some with normal tape. You can see me using the tape runner there, and some I've stuck down with like some foam underneath as well. So I just wanted lots of different, I guess, textures, different layers, different ways of, you know, different heights, different ways of kind of putting all the circles down. So you can see me there, I'm just placing the photo again so I can kind of see how much space I've got to play with the other 2 circles that are sort of above and below the photo. And then because I had a few of the circles left, I punched out a couple of smaller circles with some of the ones that I wasn't using, the spares, just because I wanted something under that pink butterfly. So what I'm sticking down now is actually, I took this Shine Bright off the Maggie Holmes paper that we got in the kit that had the like rosette things on it. So I just used my circle punch and cut out the Shine Bright, and I used that. And this one is a butterfly that came in the Craft collection, which I've attached with a staple. Again, just cutting down a couple of those larger circles just to add a few more layers to a couple of the clusters. This one just has a little piece that says right now, which I've stuck down. And I do decide to add one of, we got 3 teeny tiny resin flowers, which are so cute. So I did decide to put them on this layer, and I stuck one on that cluster. And then what I'm putting here is just a couple, I think that I wasn't sure what I wanted to put on the one near my cat's head, beside my cat's head. So I moved to the one above my cat's head, which is another butterfly. So this is a pink butterfly. And I just thought the butterfly got a bit lost, so I put the yellow dot down, but then I wanted to put another little pink circle. So I've done that just to kind of, I don't know, the butterfly straight onto the yellow looked a bit funny. And then I stapled this clustered together, which is a few different circles, and then one of Deb's words that says looking good, and I add a little heart to that, and I pop it up on some dimensionals. And then the top one is just layers of circles with another image from the Maggie Holmes Bloom rosette paper that says first. And the one I'm doing now, just the layers of circles with a pop dot, and this one says sweetheart. So I think I've stuck everything down in terms of the circles, and you can see how all those clusters came together. I'm just adding the other 2 enamel resin flowers, and then thinking that that one there beside Mac's head needed something else. So I just went back through and I found the little bunny cut apart that Deb does with the 1-inch circle, and I just added that. So I'm really happy with how the circles are looking, but I do think I add a couple of, oh no, I do think I add some more, but I come back. So now I'm trying to work out how I'm going to layer up my photo. I didn't want much with the photo because there's so much going on around the page. So I did grab some tissue paper from my stash just because I needed something soft. I wanted something soft anyway to go around the photo, which is obviously of my cat, which I didn't point out earlier, but you probably picked that up by now. And then I just picked out one of the pieces of pattern paper, and this is from the Craft wildflower collection, and I used that to layer the photo on. You don't see much of it, but I really liked the soft colours that sort of were in that piece of pattern paper, and yeah, so I went with that. And then I'm going to pop it up on these foam square things, which are cheap and really handy, but kind of a pain that you have to pick off you know, all of them. So I've secured my photo now, and I'm just sort of clearing up a bit of stuff to give myself a bit more room and having a think about what else am I going to put on this page. Does it need anything else? I did feel like it was just a little bit empty, but I didn't know what else I wanted to do, and I also didn't know what I wanted to title this. So in the kit we got a couple of big words. I think they might have come in the Wildflower Craft ephemera pack. So I pulled out the word beautiful, which I use, and then I just went with Mac, which is my cat's name. It's actually Sumac, but that's a bit long. The thickers that we got in the kit this month were quite big, so I didn't want to kind of write out Sumac because for me that would have been too big. So I made the title Beautiful Mac. And then we got some cut apart tiny word sheet, and so I just pulled out a few of those, and I am going to put a couple of those down on the page. So I was a little bit lazy, surprise surprise for those of you that know me, and I didn't sort of want to cut too far into the sheet, so I just went with the ones that were kind of near the top because they were easier to cut. So I've picked out 5, I think, and thinking about where I'm going to stick those, and I didn't want to put them over top of the circles because I just felt like that was going to be a bit too much, and the circles, you know, there's a lot going on, but I also really like how they look. So the ones that I'm sticking down, the one I stuck down first says we are family, and then this one says love you more, and then this one says young man, which he is relatively young, he's only 3. And then the ones at the top say I choose you, which is cute. And then I needed one other one because the whole kind of balance thing was a bit off for me. I didn't necessarily want 3 at the top, but I definitely needed more than one. So I grabbed another one that says trust your heart and stuck that up the top. I stuck it crooked, couldn't pull it off. I went, oh well, just go with it, just embrace it. That's what scrapbooking's all about, right? Stuck it on a bit crooked. Maybe it's supposed to be like that. Don't judge me. So to finish off, I am sticking a few of the tiny hearts around the page that we got in the kit this month. Just adding a few more to the clusters. Probably didn't need to, but you know, they were cute and I wanted to, so I did. Now, I've made this mistake before, but I'm wanting to do some splatters on my page, and I am covering my photo. So I've gone with the gold Heidi Swap Colour Shine, which I'm sprinkling around, and because, you know, it's not enough just to do gold, I also grabbed the navy and sprinkled that around. And that is it for this layout. I am going to slow the video down now so you can take a closer look and see all the clusters, because I did a lot of talking for that 10 minutes, so I'm sorry about that. But this is the close-up. I hope you love this layout. I really love this layout. I really like how it came together, and I think I might do another one similar, maybe for my sister, because I often do layouts that I give to her. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making it, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Have a great time no matter where you are. Alright, bye!